Hello and welcome to Project Breakout. I'm Kevin Lindenmuth and I'll be teaching you how to schedule your independent production. What's going to determine your independent production schedule is a number of things. And the first is when you're available to do it. The second is when your actors are available. The third is when your locations are available. And of course, when your crew and equipment are available. So you're going to be juggling all these many different things. For example, you may be shooting this in the summertime, 2 weeks, because you know that the location that you have is only available during that time, and you have to shoot it, during that time if you want that location. So, your location is kind of determining your schedule. Then when you're casting actors, you're telling them when you're going to be shooting, and of course if the actors are auditioning, they're going to make themselves available during that time. So all your actors will be available during those 2 weeks where you're shooting at that specific location. Keep in mind that the shorter amount of time spent, the more likely you are to get it done. Try to schedule everything within 2 to 3 weeks. For example, with my first movie, Vampires and Other Stereotypes, I shot the bulk of that movie within a week. I had one location where there were sets, shipped the actors up there, basically worked 14 hours a day for a week. Got the majority of stuff done, but because it was a first movie, I wasn't sure how long it was going to take to do some of the effects and the lighting, and so it took a little bit longer. So I had to come back for 4 days and shoot some additional stuff. But I kind of took that into account, and then everything was shot within a 3-week period. 5 years later, I did Addicted to Murder 2. Shot that within 2 weeks. It was a little bit easier to schedule just because I was more familiar with how long things would take. With the actors, I asked them if I could shoot in their apartments for certain scenes, and that really simplified things for me because instead of having to find a whole other location and have them show up at a certain time, well, I just shot in their apartment. So I would show up an hour beforehand, set up all the equipment, set up my lights, and then have the other actors show up and then do the scene, and then break everything down. So along with the actors, I got the locations. It's funny, just the other day I had somebody email me, and they're starting an independent film, and they wanted me to send them a schedule. And I'm like, well, what do you mean you want me to send you a schedule? And they're like, yeah, I'm trying to schedule when I'm going to do the movie and the days I'm going to shoot and everything. And I'm like, well, that's very specific to your movie. There's no written thing that is going to do your schedule for you. It's kind of like that whole thing with script writing. People buy a program that will format the writing in a script format, but that doesn't write the script for you. You have to input all the information, figure things out. It's basically making lists, matching them across, write things down, have people email you their schedules, find out when your location is available, write all this down, and then basically it's like putting together a big puzzle and making sure everything fits together as seamlessly and as smoothly as possible. So again, with an independent production, your circumstances determine your schedule. Thanks for watching. This is Kevin Lindenmuth on behalf of Project Breakout. Tune in again for more career advancing advice.